Don't lie. Ah, my sinuses.
Well, no, because we come out and drive the Warthog. We escape. Oh.
Can anyone hear me? This is Captain Veronica Dare. My beacon is active. Need immediate assistance. Someone, please respond.
Oh. Yeah, we gotta find more intel. Intel Elliot. That's screen for the Great Journey.
Yeah, he did.
The Journey of Great. That's
Hey,
just,
look.
imagine a Covenant just walking up to you going, Great Journey.
Twilight.
Twilight of Man, where next? Well, I won't say the jokes that I'm thinking of. There's a couple of them that I got in my head right now that I know I'll get in trouble for. You know, the one thing they never do go over in this game is like Africa, like, yeah, United Africa, or is there like a bunch of them that just want to murder each other still?
Okay.
They do that?
Good.
I might have did that. I went up to a door randomly. I was like, oh, green. I was gonna hide in here, and all of a sudden this happened.
That's a long way down.
Whee! Pascoa, Pascoa.
They've got me cornered. I'm low on ammo. If you can hear me, I'm on sub-level 9. News station.
2 more levels.
Oh god. Oh. Oh. Stairs, Red. Just put me a freaking escalator. Escalate. Hey look, Red, your foot's here. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Pesky door. There you go. Oh, you gotta shut, you little bastard. Get that foot's out of the way. Now you don't have an excuse. I don't see no body in there, Red. You see no body in there? Oh, I remember these things. Hey, Red, come back here.
Hmm.
Got a theory to tell.
No, I'm good.
Ah!
What happened to you?
How about what you would think? I want to see me shoot one of them. They go down and it just spikes you in the forehead. Got him for you.
I see a bad guy.
And you know we're bad guys. Maybe you're the bad guys, you bad guys.
Alarm! Intruder! In tunnels!
Alarm! It's in the vicinity. They get a gun. They go boom.
don't have a lot of assault rifle ammo.
I know where the. I've never figured out why the jackals fly in this.
Hmm.
Every time they jump, they just skyrocket across the map. Hey, what's this?
What?
Don't worry about it. We're on 7G. I like 7G. Where's 5G? We're on 5G right now. I wonder what 8G is going to be like in the future.
8G.
Yeah. See, they're at 7G. We're only at 4. We're only at 5G, Red.
Everyone's
See,
talking
they're,
about like
they're only
we
2
don't
Gs
want
above
to
us.
replace. I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, we don't want to replace everything to 5G. It's like called upgrading. Gotta upgrade eventually.
You're welcome. Take care of that
Everything
boy.
stayed the same. You get no.
I want it to stay the same. I want to see internet from 1998.
Oh, the DSL.
Comrade! Ow. No. Quit it.
Quit it. Stop it.
Bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. I got no rounds on my SMG, Red, and only 6 shotgun shells left. Red, I need help.
Thanks, trooper. They almost had me.
Do you have a shotgun? Oh, cool.
This stack is locked down tight.
Yeah, but we need him. Just to open the doors, remember?
Oh.
Huh. Guess you
I didn't need him. I didn't need one of these guys in Gears of War 1 whenever I entered that one area. Why do I need him now?
Buggers! Look out!
Hi, comrades. What do you guys got for weapons down here? Ooh.
See a damn thing.
Advantage.
You go
mine.
first.
Oh, good. We're on 8G networks now, Red. Hey, look, it's darker. It's like the soul of humanity is slowly being taken out as you upgrade to the next G level.
What are you doing down here anyway?
I can't wait to see what what they do with that TikTok app. That's my comedy right now. Did you see they're thinking about banning it in the US, Red?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
It's kinda what I had.
Well, the reason they said they're doing it is because China's been taking people's personal information, which I'm like, yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me either, so it's like, I can see why they're taking the necessary step. It's just, you're gonna piss a lot of people off.
It's whatever.
I don't care, I don't use the app, so it don't affect me.
They've already tore down the 9/11 one. I could care less.
Which one?
The one in the 9/11 memorial.
There's multiple ones.
Only
right?
one. The major one in fucking.
New York City?
I think so, yeah.
Oh. Well, good. Stand out against oppression.
Bullshit.
It's
Oppression, my ass.
It's oppression.
Bullshit.
As I always say, those who do not wish to learn history are doomed to repeat it. Why? Because they're too ignorant of the fact.
Good point.
I mean, in theory, I guess it doesn't actually matter, because if you're ignorant of the fact, then you're too stupid to even know the mistakes you're making. I guess the definition of ignorance is bliss is what that means towards.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Like I said, I get why people do it. I mean, I can theoretically understand it, but the problem is that you're taking your frustration and anger out on things that have no tangible way. All you're doing is pissing off another group of people because you're causing more disruption than is necessary. If you really want to make change, just vote new people in office and actually get some change done. Like people who promise to hold people more accountable, get the unions out of some of this stuff. I mean, that's how you get police reform done. That's really what happens. The unions are what's keeping a lot of the bad cops still there because they're forced to basically defend them. And then after all the stuff the cops go through on a daily basis in terms of domestic violence, pulling people over, having to deal with everybody's bad attitude. I mean, pretty much the best example is get into like a consumer-based job, like grocery stores, Best Buy is a good example. Just basically,
Shotgun
like,
ammo here.
yeah.
Coming out of the damn fence! Get back! No!
Doesn't he just? Does he fall down?
I don't remember what happened.
Oh no, he just screams like a bitch and dies. That's right.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. I'm like, you guys really want to get some change into this. Like, quit trying to defund the cops. Like, that's not going to improve your situation because now the cops aren't going to have any money and they're gonna put less money towards your crap. I think they brought up a valuable point. Most of this, like, defund the police is just because most of the cities don't have any money to fund anything anymore. So it's literally a way, instead of defunding the police for, you know, actual societal reasons or positive reasons to like promote reform, they're doing it because they have no money. So they're doing it to get more money that they don't actually have access to. In which case it still won't fix their problem in terms of trying to figure out their financial situation and the local economy, because again, there's going to be a point where you're going to have to defund something else. Next they're going to go after firefighters. I wouldn't be surprised.
Can you get dead for me? Virgil can't reach him. Something's wrong.
What's that?
It's down. We have to go down.
But yeah, I mean, that's my personal take on it. I don't see any point in any of this. I just see it's just a bunch of people who are overly upset with too much time on their hand and they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again,
Or they just hear
I
one thing and
I
just do whatever they
100%
hear.
agreed with them when it came to like how this whole situation sparked up. I agreed that cop went well over what he should have been doing. And the
I
other
mean,
officers,
certain things, yeah.
I mean, were they overly aggressive to start with? I don't know. But definitely the lack of discipline, and a lack of like being a professional or having some type of medical knowledge, I think, had a huge impact on that guy being an idiot like that. And again, it gets down to the fact that not all, I mean, cops are dicks too. But the problem is everybody's a dick, so it's like just because they're dicks doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, yeah.
I mean, everybody's assholes. There's an asshole everywhere. I mean, imagine dealing with a cop who had to literally manhandle two people who were having a domestic dispute and then bitching at the cop because he has a bad attitude. It's like, imagine having to deal with two idiots that are screaming at each other after an hour.
I thought...
Yeah.
Never mind. What was your name again?
I don't have a name.
Inside,
Oh.
now.
That's what I said. I get where they're coming from. There's reasons.
Yeah,
for it,
but now
it's been pushed
At
well over
first
the
it was
edge.
alright.
They're going
Top
after
of
even the
shaft.
smallest
Want the
things to
whole
try to
hive.
go after people, and the problem you're going to run
Down
into is
there?
you got these people going
That's the
getting arrested,
superintendent. The
all this
AI
other
I think the
problems.
latest
System in the city.
thing
My mission-
was someone
Our
trying
mission
to
is to secure the
label the
superintendent's
name
data.
Karen as a
Probably.
Yeah,
There's
that
only
was
one way in
hilarious.
from here. Right
Well, it's
through
just,
the
I don't know
hive.
how that word came out.
It would have been suicide to
Oh.
go alone.
It's like when Boomer
and I
got
was hoping
invented.
for more backup.
I never used it because I don't
I
care.
guess you're it. You've been solo since we dropped. Fighting on the surface? Unless you spent all night hiding in your pod, you must know your stuff.
No.
Show me.
Okay, can I shoot you? But yeah, I mean, at this point, I can't stand this stuff anymore. I think people are just using this as an excuse to just whine and bitch about other things. Like, see it from the NFL
much.
standpoint. You know how much they had to coerce the Redskins to switch their name right now? Think about it
Oh
from
my
this.
word.
This is the same sports league that lied to its players, fan base, and did not provide ample warnings to the NCAA for college students, high school students, middle school and elementary school students when it came to tackle football because of the concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Under that alone, the NFL should not even be allowed to be able to play anymore. It shouldn't even be allowed to be called a professional sport. and be able to do what it's doing legally. After all those lives for decades, they should have been held more accountable, but nobody cares. You know why? Because it's football.
Yeah.
It's like a gladiator sport. It's like you want to see people get hurt. You want to see people get, but then they sit there and say you have to do it correctly. It's just like, okay, it's literally it's a hands-on sport. It's physical. I get you want to take the precautions. I'm 100%. I understand it, but you made the damn game this way. Why are you bitching now about it? You didn't care
I mean,
all
there's
this
flag
decades.
football. But
Yeah, but nobody
I
else
was there.
Fred, that's like watching being into baseball and somebody tells you to watch softball. You're just gonna shake your head and walk away.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's.
And I don't even watch baseball, and I can understand that.
The funny thing is, people try to say it's the same or it's better, and I'm just like, no,
no,
it's not.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think it just depends on how the game gets played, and then the competitive nature of all the teams. Like, there's some people that are really competitive when they like play football. They really get physical, which you can sit there and see some of the football players over the years who were really physical. But the reason they were so physical is because they were such a big fan of a game, and they were trying to make their team win. They were going all out to make sure they could get a win. And again, that's the competitive nature that sometimes happens. Is there risks for injuries? 100%. But that's why you get paid millions of freaking dollars to deal with it. Imagine being paid the same salary of the guys in the 50s, the 60s. Like, imagine that income. These guys had to have freaking summer jobs to be able to pay for this. These guys are getting multi-million freaking dollar contracts, and we're like, feel sorry for them. It's like, no.
No.
Like, yeah, I don't want to see a man get injured. Yeah, nobody does. But for the love of Christ, you're not going to give me to feel sorry for them if they're not getting their contract or something, or they're, you know, a player that just wants to stand up for something. My ass, you get paid millions of dollars. The day you stand up for something is when you quit the NFL.
I found an elevator. Come to me.
It's like the NBA with them standing up for stuff. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna stand up for anything. Somebody says free Hong Kong. Magically enough, China comes in.
Could see.
Sit down, boys, and they're just like, okay, China.
See, the thing is, boxing and UFC is not really big anymore. I mean, it is, but like
UFC, I think, still has some popularity depending on the guys in it. Boxing is not near its level it used to be, but that's because I think it's just because there's nobody there that stands out to make this, like, you know, huge statement as a boxer. It's not like it used to be.
No.
Because it's like people you got into boxing in, like, what, the teens
Floyd Mayweather
/ Great Depression era. People really got into boxing because it was a physical sport, but it could get down and dirty.
Yeah.
But it was good. But then I think over the course of time, people were still interested in it, but the NFL, the NBA, that kind of took precedent over it over the course of time because it was just something.
That's because you could do it.
Yeah, it was something. It was a thing everybody could get into. Boxing, everybody can't get into. It just depends on how physical you think you can be. I mean, you could be like those two YouTubers or whatever that always fight each other, and then you just look at them like, this is the worst fight I've ever seen. Like, who is it?
Good shooting, trooper. Keep it up. We're almost there.
Jake Paul or something in them, and how they always do boxing. It's like, I never once cared about that. I was like, why are you people watching YouTubers box? Go pay money and watch professionals do it. It's literally like, it's like being... The easiest way to describe it is like, imagine you're in the army, you retire, and then you get into a group of super try-hardy people who take paintball too seriously, or airsoft too seriously. It's just like, it's like I'm not gonna I understand that, like, you get like into like a game mode in your head, but it's like when you start acting like you have to take things tactically, and otherwise, like, you'll get shot and you'll be out of the game. It's just like, dude, calm it down.
I like airsoft.
It's like, calm it down.
Like,
it's not super serial. You ain't gonna die.
Come over here.
Why is she standing?
Look at that.
I know, I love games. This is Bungie. Comrades, welcome to the Union.
Won't be long before they smash the
To the Union.
Let's take them out now.
Yeah, but as I said, I get where certain people come from when it comes to this stuff. I just don't care. Like I said, that's why I said,
That easy.
That's what I said. I had the same issue when I was at work. People were telling me about how they're offended by the Redskins name. I'm like, shut up.
It's not.
I'm like, yeah, how old are you? You haven't cared for 20 years. You don't care now.
You only care because someone told you to.
You only care because somebody else had a pair of balls that sits there and say, hey, that name's very mean to me. It's just like, shut up. What you want to change? Well, you want to? Then we should change all the football teams. They have to be
The Patriots?
They have to be mutually exclusive. It's like you can't call them the Cleveland Browns anymore because it's something. It has one of the colors of the freaking rainbow. You can't call the Cincinnati Bengals the Bengals anymore because you're offending a Bengal.
I don't know. It's just not worth it.
You can't name yourself the Falcons or the Eagles because you're oppressing a bird.
On the rocks, but we've never gotten this close.
It's like
Best we can
Cardinals.
tell, they're prisoners or slaves, either way.
you can't name yourself after the city because you're taking advantage of
I
the
spotted
city's
this one in
name.
the tunnels. Watched it.
The Green Bay Packers.
Fudge Packers.
Eventually, it holed up here.
So stupid.
Oni calls them
It's
engineers.
not-
They're some sort of biological supercomputers.
And there's what the
If I'm
Texans?
right, this one has
Nope, they're
taken
taking advantage of
superintendent's
Texas. They
data
can't do that
and
anymore.
combined it with its own. Everything we want to know about the Covenant, what they're looking for
bunch-
into the city, is right
What's
in
Florida's?
here.
The Dolphins.
I mean, at that point, they're oppressing Dolphins just because of how bad that team is.
I almost forgot there was.
Buggers must have raised the alarm.
I forget, what's California's?
Los Angeles Rams, Raiders. No, Raiders are. Wait, maybe Raiders are in New Vegas.
Data center, but we're coming out.
Raiders, I thought were in Vegas.
No time to
I
explain.
don't remember. They
but
might
do not.
be. I think they're doing it. I think they're in LA
Think.
now, but I think they're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Those brutes are here for the engineer. They'll kill it if they get the chance.
I like how they never expanded on the story.
Stay behind
Yeah.
me. Okay?
What was that hand signal he just gave?